in the quiet town of Millbrook, where time seemed to move as steadily as the antique clocks that lined Main Street, I never imagined I'd inherit more than just my grandfather's beloved timepiece shop. But life has a way of ticking along until everything changes in an instant. I remember the day perfectly. The musty scent of aged wood, the gentle chorus of ticking clocks, and that familiar creak of the floorboard near the counter. My grandfather's attorney had just handed me the keys, and there I stood, surrounded by hundreds of timepieces, each with their own rhythm, their own story. But it wasn't the symphony of ticks and tocks that caught my attention that first night. It was the silence, a peculiar silence coming from behind what appeared to be a solid wall. You see, I'd spent countless summers in this shop, but I'd never noticed the slight gap in the wooden panels, barely visible unless you knew exactly where to look. My hands trembled as I pressed against the panel, revealing a room that shouldn't have existed. The sight took my breath away. Dozens of unfinished clocks, their gears frozen in time, and blueprints covered in my grandfather's distinctive handwriting. But these weren't ordinary clockwork designs. They were different, more complex, with notes in the margins written in what looked like code. That's when I found it, an ornate grandfather clock, grander than any I'd seen before. Inside its case behind the pendulum, a yellowed envelope waited. The letter inside made my heart race. My dearest granddaughter, if you're reading this, then you've discovered what I've protected for over 70 years. During the war, this shop wasn't just about keeping time, it was about saving lives. I couldn't believe what I was reading. My gentle, quiet grandfather had been part of something much bigger. The letter mentioned a network of clockmakers across Europe, using their crafts as cover to smuggle information past enemy lines. But there was something else, something still unfinished. That's when Dr. Marcus Bennett, the local historian, entered the picture. I'd always known him as the quirky professor who'd spend hours discussing the town's past with my grandfather. Now, as we pored over the blueprints together, his eyes widened with recognition. "These aren't just clocks," he whispered, tracing the intricate designs. "They're a map, a key to something your grandfather and others hid during the war. But we're not the only ones looking for it. Documents disappeared from the local library's archives. Someone was watching, waiting, trying to ensure that whatever secret my grandfather protected would stay buried in time. My grandfather's final mystery is calling out to be solved, but with each passing hour, I feel the pressure mounting. Whatever he protected was important enough to hide for 7 decades, and someone out there is determined to keep it hidden forever. Time, once my faithful companion, has become my enemy. In this race against the clock, I'm beginning to understand that some secrets aren't meant to stay buried. They're meant to be discovered at exactly the right moment. And maybe, just maybe, that moment is now.